Oh, there's another one.
I want to get rid of that brat.
Right.
Please leave me alone. There's still a thing. Ow, 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 ow. I gotta turn to Swiss cheese.
I've got an idea.
That was.
Yeah. I see my breath and it's being active.
Voice in particular makes this so entertaining.
It's in here. The temperature's dropping.
I'm glad that you're enjoying my suffering.
Do you enjoy this, Strawberry?
It gives me great amusement, yes. I'm very easy to amuse, okay?
Wait, let's turn this hall light on in case it's a mirror. And let's turn the bedroom light off. I don't know what Soldier's doing, but...
And I'm dead.
I said hey!
What's
going on? Hold on. I gotta get that.
So, if we walk on this side, which shows as not having any bombs. Good to know. We can go past it without being blown to smithereens.
Orbital Prime Command, this is Tarshish Alpha. I've located the enemy base, preparing to extract the snacks. Frickin' squeak. Why on earth?
No! Joseph, they're voting for failure. You better be paying attention. No more burning pizza.
Okay, fine, Lord. What the heck?
Duh.
What the? This is outrageous.
The keg is empty. The keg is empty.
Hey,
What I do?
Hey, no.
I don't have a bucket.
I've got the buckets. I'll be
I
in.
don't got no bucket.
I'll be in shortly.
I've got the clothes where you don't have no water.
There'll be consequences. Better stop.
One more person needs to follow. Come on.
Wait, not Nick Cage again? You have more than... Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. He created additional...
You're at 100. I see 100.
No, I'm not gonna count. No, we're not counting that because Nick Cage can't... That's who it is.
Is it Nick?
Hold up. Let me clip that. Hold on.
What just happened?
Yikes. Oh! Alright, head.
Okay. Hello. Welcome in, Valmont. Welcome in, everybody else. I hope everyone is having a good day today, a good Veterans Day. Thank you for your service for those that are my fellow veterans. Look at this. Valmont is out here rioting on Veterans Day against a veteran. This is so sad. I can't. Why do you hate me, Valmont? What did I do? That being said, so we have something new today. Krill is now sentient. He is no longer just a TTS bot. He is now a chat bot. so you can theoretically interact with him. I've done a little bit of testing. Hopefully, everything continues to work as normal with him. I'm not like super well versed on this stuff. You're very sick, pray for the sick. Of course, of course. I'm always more than happy to do so. Get our verse of the day up. So, as per usual, our plan for today will be opening with prayer here momentarily. After which we'll be jumping into... Oh no. Uh-oh. Why are you trying to make Krill riot? Let me check and make sure everything's working on his end. Okay, wait, hold on. I forgot something. Let me do something real quick. Okay, and then I will play your redeem again. Or I'll refund it, that way you get your points back, I guess. I hate that it does that every time whenever I open these up. It just immediately is like, I'm going to now play a video out loud. And I'm like, but why? I did not tell you. I'm still standing better than I ever did. Looking like a true survivor. Feeling like a little kid. Alright, let's see. Reward requests. Reject and refund. Alright, there we go. You should have your points back for the Krill one if you want to try it again. Theoretically, he is connected now. He wasn't connected before, I guess. He decided that he wasn't gonna. He wasn't having none of it. My goodness, so many flappies and dancing. But, as I was saying, our plan, of course, after the prayer, we'll be jumping into our Bible reading. So our verse of the day will be coming from 1 John 2:15 through 16.
Negative, Daryl Valmont. Rioting is not within my programming. I am here to support Captain Joseph and ensure the smooth operation of the stream. Over.
Yes! He needs new programming? No. He's working precisely as intended. He is not supposed to riot. That's not what he's here for. Nope. Oh dear. Oh dear. Well, I'd like to see you change his programming. It would be quite a comedic thing to see. I wish you the best of luck, as I am the only one with control over it. You neither confirm nor denies threatening my riot dog. I mean, why is your dog rioting? But, alright, so, as I was saying, our verse of today, 1 John 2:15 through 16, and then we shall carry on with the Book of Psalms, after which we'll be playing a bit of War Thunder today, because why not, I suppose. I like suffering. I should suffer more, so I will. Well, thank you, Varkin. Welcome in, my friend. Let me get you a shout-out right quick. There we go. And then after that, we shall get the ball rolling. Why did it not... I don't know why it didn't show the video. That's odd. Well, for now, I guess we'll just get the ball rolling. Let's get started, shall we? No, Valmont, quit encouraging rioting. Stop. Cease. None of that. But, okay. We actually are going to get started. She doesn't remember the initial reason she is rioting. Don't worry about it, Varkin. She's just going crazy, that's all. Alright, no. We are actually getting started now. We're starting with a prayer. Heavenly Father, we come to you today, and as we do, we ask that you open our hearts and our minds, that you provide us wisdom, guidance, and discernment, that we may better understand the lessons that it is that you intend for us to take from today. Whether they be found here in the good word, or they be found in our day-to-day life in some conversation, some interaction, whatever tool it is you choose to teach us, just grant us the insight that we may make better use of it and grow as Christians. We ask that you continue to provide a refuge, a place where we can gather with our fellow Christians in your might, where we can renew and refresh ourselves. We live in a world full of temptations, tragedy, and enemies all about us that would see us torn down and led astray. And we ask that you grant us the strength to overcome each and every one of them, that we may continue our walk alongside you. We ask that you lay your healing hands on each and every one of us. You know our personal struggles, whether we have admitted them out loud or not. You know what's in our heart. You know what we need. In particular, we lift up Valmont and with prayers and requests for healing, that she should get over her sickness quickly and bounce back and be back to normal. But above all, we ask for your mercy and for your forgiveness. We are not but sinners and fools, each and every one of us, and that your will be done in our lives. In your heavenly name we pray. Amen. I was telling you what to do. All I said was not to die. I told you to stop dying. Something you tell me all the time. You and Faithful both yell it at me at times, so I don't want to hear nothing out of you. Actually, more often than not, you're just telling me to die quieter, so fair. You can't control the dying? I mean, that just sounds like a skill issue, my friend. Good stuff, good stuff. Now, though, for our verse of the day. Why is she calling me Giuseppe? That's a good question. I don't know where she originally pulled it from. Like, it's just the Italian version of Joseph, apparently. It's the closest thing. I don't know. She's been calling me it for a while. This isn't a new thing. I'm an honorary Italian? Ah. I see. I don't know what I did to earn the honorary Italian status, but I suppose I'll take it. Italy is a very beautiful country. I wouldn't be opposed to it. Now for our verse of the day, though, 1 John 2:15 through 16 from the King James Version of the Bible. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, and the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life, is not of the Father, but is of the world. Yeah, that is an extremely important reminder, isn't it? It's important that we don't get pulled into that, and I think that's a very common trap. that we end up loving the world and mankind too much, and we forget that is not why we are here, and that is not what we are called to. But it is what we are tempted to by the enemy. Do we really need a good reason to riot with a very good doggo, Valmont? You're starting to sound a bit like the Democrats. You should be careful. You're straying awfully close with all these calls for rioting. My goodness. Is it going to be a mostly peaceful but fiery riot? Is that what we're gonna have? Mostly peaceful? Now, though, for Psalms 58, mostly peaceful. I know, right? Mostly peaceful. You're not smashing windows or stealing TVs. I mean, all I know is you're rioting. You said you're rioting. You didn't tell me what kind of riot it was. How do I know you're not smashing up local establishments? Doggo riot? What does a doggo riot look like? I'm curious now, Val. Paint us a scene, if you will, sister. What is the doggo riot? While you do that, I will read Psalms 58. Do ye indeed speak righteousness, O congregation? Do ye judge uprightly, O ye sons of men? Yea, in heart ye work wickedness. Ye weigh the violence of your hand in the earth. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like deaf otter that stoppeth her ear, which will not hearken to the voice of charmers, charming never so wisely. Break their teeth, O God, in their mouth. Break out the great teeth of the young lions, O Lord. Let them melt away as waters which run continually. When he bendeth his bow to shoot his arrows, let them be as cut in pieces. As a snail which melteth, let every one of them pass away, like the untimely birth of a woman, that they may not see the sun. Before your pots can feel the thorns, he shall take them away as with a whirlwind, both living and in his wrath. The righteous shall rejoice when he seeth the vengeance. He shall wash his feet in the blood of the wicked, so that a man shall say, Verily there is a reward for the righteous. Verily he is a God that judgeth in the earth. That's a fairly dark psalm compared to some of the other ones, but she has painted the scene for us now. All the doggos on leashes barking and howling and being generally too excited about being on a walk and around people to do any damage, while I get pulled behind them like a particularly non-aerodynamic sled as you yell about injustices realistically. I see. This is quite the image that you have painted, my friend. I approve. You may proceed with your rioting, but of course, you can't recruit Krill. He is not pro-rioting. I've specifically taught him not to do that. His loss. Ah, I see. There it goes. I was starting to wonder. I was like, is the game gonna start up proper, or are we just gonna sit here all day? We'll change our category here in but a moment. Let me change the audio capture so it is actually capturing the game. There it is. Set the audio to capture that. And change our category. Alright, there we go. Alright, so. Is it? Okay, there it goes. I was like, what's wrong here? Why won't it let me click? Alright, so I was working on my American Air Grind, which I probably need to continue on begrudgingly because my tanks are all like steadily getting further and further ahead in the Americans. And I'm trying to pivot back to being American main because of the F-16, the F-15, F-14, and now they're adding the F-117. And I want it. I want the F-117. It's going to be the first stealth fighter in the game, and I want it. I want the Dorito. It's such a funny looking plane. The addiction, Varkin, it's old news at this point. I've been playing this game for a long time. Like, I have a title that is, where is it? The Old Guard. Which is from, like, you only get that if you've been playing the game since prior to 2013. Like, you had to start in 2013 or earlier, which to have started earlier basically means you were a beta tester. And I wasn't a beta tester for this game. I was a beta tester for World of Warplanes, but not for War Thunder. Oh wait, no, hold on. We were grinding this one. Yeah, the tub. The enemy have already had one aircraft crash. That is, We've barely gotten off the ground, and a P-51D on the enemy team has already slammed himself into the earth. Which means it was probably deliberate, but you never know. How is the volume balance, by the way? I know I've tweaked some of it lately, so I'm not sure how the balance is on me versus the game versus the music. Like, oh, now we've had a P-51 crash. What's up with all the P-51s crashing? B-7A2. A B-25. B7 is heads up with our Doe 335. Both look like they survived, and I'm not seeing any smoke or flames. So presumably neither of them took any critical hits. I'm not. 2 LAs? I don't know about that. I don't know if I want to keep going this way now. Yeah, those guys are too high altitude for me anyhow. Now I know I saw an IL-8 off this direction. Now the question is, where is he and where is he going? Probably going for our ground convoy there. CNAA fire. But I don't see where he's gotten off to. Oh boy, that J-21's coming for me. We'll see if he'll chase us out here. If we can lure him to the ships, they should help us out a fair bit with their AAA. I don't know where he's gotten off to. There we go. Start hunting these IL-2s down, because they're going to be just slapping our poor ground vehicles until someone deals with them, so... Ah, crap, Spitfire. Yep, not gonna win a turn fight against him. And a P-51 coming in, too. We need to go... Oh. I didn't realize how badly our team had been slaughtered. Aw, oh, you piece of crap. Yeah, he wasn't gonna let us escape. I didn't realize that, like, the entire team had just been evaporated already. That's kind of sad how quickly they all went down. And that's me trying to be nice. It's about as much as you can expect out of me with being nice to a team like that. Like, my goodness, guys. I took like 3 turns and turned around and it's like, oh, they all died. Well, how did you do that? I didn't know you could die that quickly. Hopefully this team is made out of something a little bit more resilient than wet newspapers. I don't know who's firing rounds over that J-22. Is it F4? If he keeps shooting at him, I'm gonna whip around and I'm gonna attack that F4. Yeah, he's still shooting at him. Funny how he stopped shooting at him now. I think he knows if he does it, he's gonna get lit up. The J-22 fired a burst at him now. Yep, he's still shooting at him. Crap. I thought that was the F4 being an idiot again. See, and that's why you don't be a mouth-breathing, 1 IQ individual who's shooting at friendlies all match, because then sometimes friendlies don't react to being shot at because they think that it's you again. And you get your teammates absolutely killed because you couldn't think further than, oh, dude, it's funny. It's like, okay, bud, sure. Sure, bud.
Deliver me from mine enemies, O my God. Defend me from them that rise up against me. Deliver me from the workers of iniquity, and save me from bloody men. The mighty are gathered against me. Awake to help me, and behold.
I should have shot him down. That's what I should have done. Oh, hey, it's your song too now. Look at that.
Woo! Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about. Woo!
Those two are real close to each other, my goodness. Well. I'll admit, it's a catchy song. Oh, good lord. Ground AA almost knocking me out of the air with one shot through a cloud. What the heck? That startled me, I'm not even gonna lie. I wasn't anticipating that at all. They've got some kind of a sniper down there in that AA emplacement, I guess. Uh-oh. Goodness gracious, that AA. Uncle Dan, welcome in. Oh god, it's a Spitfire. Oh no, that's not good at all. I'm not gonna be able to shake him. And he's got a friend too. Yeah, and the guy that came to jump the target with me focused so much on going for my target that he got himself killed before I got shot down. So it's just like, what? Wait, oh. I look away for one moment because I'm playing the game and Valmont's over here trying to incite Uncle Dan into rioting. What is this? Why are you like this, Valmont? Aren't you sick? Shouldn't you be calm and chilling out? Quit trying to riot. Cease. Absolutely ridiculous. My goodness. Uncle Dan, what she's not telling you is her riot is exclusively because I told her to stop dying. So, you're rioting in favor of Valmont dying, I guess? I don't recommend it. It's a not a very good stance. She's baiting you into being the bad guys. Don't do it. Don't fall for it. I really should wait for the match to end, that way I can get my XP, that way I can bring better equipment to the next match, but I'll be real honest, I don't feel like it. We're going again. We'll go with what we've got. We'll make it work. Oh, the Golden Heights. Gross. There we go. See, Uncle Dan's reasonable. No one wants you dying here, Valmont. No dying. Stop. We want you to be healthy and happy, my friend. I think that's a reasonable thing. Well, welcome in, Hank, and thank you. I hope that you're having a good day, my friend. Finally, you can tell I'm getting a little bit away from the other aircraft in the group as it got quieter there. It's the only negative to my the way I have my sound set up for this game. With the way I've got it set up, initial takeoff on the airstrips are just a constant cacophony of noise. I see I'm not the only one in a tub heading this way. There's a P-47 down below us and a B-7A2 up above us. Ooh, a PE-2. That could be fun. Of course, he's a bit high altitude and we got bombs on our wings. They're not big bombs, but enough to where climbing up to that altitude is going to be a very slow and painful process. Got a hostile marker rear left, but looks like he's getting swarmed. So hopefully nothing to worry about there. The enemy are losing aircraft. Oh god, a P-51. And a Yak-3. Oh no. And a BF-109. And a P-47 down low. Okay, I think we're flying right into their furball. So we're just gonna turn and not do that. I have no interest in being the first one into the furball, because that'll be death.
Deliver me from mine enemies, O my God. Defend me from them that rise up against me. Deliver me from the workers of iniquity, and save me from bloody men. The mighty are gathered against me. Awake to help me, and behold.
Oh, I hate Soviets, bro. The most powerful air force to ever exist. It's well known that they were actually the most powerful air force. They were undefeated. Don't look at the historical records. Don't do it. Oh, it looks like he's going down at least. That being said, it also sounds like one of my teammates is trying to poach the kill like a dirty little rat. Oh, the cockpit's open, so my pilot must have bailed. Yep, there's the chute. At least it gave me the kill. I'd have been a little bit upset if not. Got the PB. The PB4Y2 has been unlocked, which means I can finally start working on the next level. Which means we get to unlock the good Mustang. I think that's the best Mustang that you can get. So, and we unlocked bigger bombs. Yeah, that basically sums up how I feel anytime I get a kill. 4 more matches with that booster before it turns off. Noted. Mazdak, okay. Ow. Not a problem, Uncle Dan. I know how it is. Your presence here is appreciated nonetheless. How did a B-25 already crash? I just dropped the bombs here. Doesn't look like we have very many objectives to hit, so we're gonna focus on going to try and dogfight, because that is quite the furball over there forming. Look at all those hostiles. Oh dear Lord Almighty. And we've got a friendly shooting friendlies down for no reason. Duns Sebi. Wait, did he shoot down his friend? Oh crap, I can't find out now. We're also committed now, because here come the enemy. Oh, I got his pilot. I'm missing both my wings, which means I also don't have any guns, so we're just kind of dead now, but that's what I hate about that style of mounting weapons. I think it's an absolutely idiotic idea to mount guns in the wings. There's no advantage from it. It's in fact only negatives. It means that the rounds don't converge well, and it means that if your wings get snipped, it's like, well, you're gonna die now. And it also is just not as accurate. When they're mounted in the body of the plane, you get way better performance. Like, across the board, it's not even a competition. There is not a single plane with guns in the wings that will outperform an airplane that has guns in the nose. It just won't happen. It will not happen. Free falling, yeah, Roki, it do be that way sometimes. When they clip both your wings, there's not much you can do. I have, on a rare occasion, been able to fly a plane back with almost no wings on it, but it's like, it's gotta be a perfect situation. Because it is a nightmare to keep a plane upright when it doesn't have wings. It doesn't want to do it. Like, once you're down, like, past here, like, if you get beyond these guns being cut off, then it's like, yeah, good luck, because it's more a dart at that point, and it doesn't want to fly. All it wants to do at that point is fall. But at least we got a kill, and we did some damage on that other plane, so that's good. I'll take it. But Roki, how are you doing today, my friend? I hope that you are well. Let me... We'll see if it works this time and actually plays clips. Something tells me I'm gonna have to go look at the program that I'm using to do the clips shoutouts. You aren't? I thought you were. Huh. Who am I thinking of? I don't know. Well, fair enough. Not yet, but you're considering one day? Well, take that as a preemptive shout-out. Now I'm over here, like, trying to remember who it is that... Like, someone must have a name not super far off from yours as a streamer. I don't know. I don't know who I'm thinking of. You're just resting? Well, I mean, sometimes that's what you need. I wasn't sure if I was going to stream today because I'm a bit tuckered out, but, I figured at the very least I wanted to get in for a little bit. It's Veterans Day. I want to pop my head in and see what everyone's up to, you know? Rook Venturer? Maybe. Similar on the first part of the name. That might be it. I don't know. Indeed, happy Veterans Day to any of my fellow veterans that are around. I appreciate you all and your service. Remember, if you see Faithful today, she also deserves it. She'll list off me, Soldier, and Rico without an ounce of hesitation, but she'll never mention that she's a veteran because she feels like she didn't earn it, and that's not true. So remember, if you see her, give her a thank you for her service as well. Don't let her hide behind her hesitation on it. She's as much a veteran as I am or any of the others. I've got a Spitfire. I'm not thrilled for that to be the first aircraft spotted. More Spitfires. Good lord. See, she definitely is a veteran, but she gets... Because of how her service went, she has a habit of acting like she's not worthy of it or something, and that's just incorrect. Totally incorrect, even. Somehow she thinks that getting injured in basic training is grounds for her somehow not having been a service member, and I'm like, that's just, no, you're incorrect, you're wrong. I love her dearly, she's a great friend. She is entirely incorrect in that assessment. And I shall not tolerate it. Oh, I don't like seeing a Spitfire coming down. Hey, we got two of them. It is sad. And that's why I don't let her get away with it whenever I'm around. Ooh. Something tells me that's that Spitfire. Nope, that's a Focke-Wulf. That's also not a great one to see on my tail. Aw, what? In what world, game? We didn't actually hit wings. Come on, recover. Get off my tail, you absolute vultures, you. Let me live. Let me live. Let me live. I'm earning this. I'm earning this. Let me live. You get away. Get away from me. Why are there so many of them? Bunch of vultures. I'm still annoyed that he somehow took our wing off without actually wing striking us. And it couldn't have been the rounds at the angle that his shots were coming in, unless the game just, like, didn't accurately portray it, because it looked like he completely overshot us, and it looked like we almost wing struck. And if we almost wing struck, then our guns couldn't have been on target. So I don't know how he ripped our wing off, but wasn't damaged himself. That's the part that's tripping me up. I'm trying to figure that part out. If we had wing struck each other, we both would have ripped our wings. Heck, it definitely would have ripped his off. I'm pretty sure his are longer than mine. Well, we only get 2 of these, but we'll take it. Which means, even if these are individually dropped because they're 1000s, I have to drop both. Because otherwise this plane is going to do some wonky maneuvering if I drop one and not the other. It'll offset the aerodynamics of the plane so badly. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a combined drop where if I hit the button it'll drop them both. That wouldn't shock me at all. bombs that big. Like, I mean, I guess you could get away with dropping one and then flying with the other one still on your wing, but it would take a ton of work. Sinai. Okay. We're almost there on getting to the next level as well. Keep forgetting to set that back to 600. That way my guns will line up their shots a little bit better. I feel like 600's that sweet spot for wing-mounted guns. Helps the shots actually converge a little bit better. Ooh, she did not want to come off the ground there. With these 1000s, she does not like that one bit. That sounds dangerously close. Try to get out of there a little bit so that we're not flying with so many aircraft right around us. Roki, I appreciate it. I do. There are definitely those more deserving than me when it comes to that, but I appreciate it nonetheless. I also kind of weakened my own argument position whenever I was talking about Faithful, so it makes it harder for me to backtrack now and not accept it. Darn it, I played myself. Because I do the same thing she does. Contrail high left to Do 335. Oh no. I'm not thrilled to see that. Hoping that keeping low to the deck will keep them from noticing us before we do our bombing. Uh-oh. I hear a plane engine left. The aerodynamics on this plane right now with these bombs is ridiculous. Got him. Come on. Ugh, I'm not thrilled to lose part of my tail, but... No way he's outmaneuvering me in that thing. What are you on about, game? Ain't no way. In a slow, fat dive bomber. Okay. Well, at least we got one of them, but that was still... Nah. I can't believe that. I should have dropped those bombs sooner is what I should have done. I kind of did myself over letting them stay on the plane for that long once I had moved in for that engagement, because like all they did was sap me of energy in that first maneuver, which I think is probably largely to blame for us losing that fight there. Though this thing is kind of a tub, I will admit. I won't pretend that this thing is a high maneuverability fighter. It's kind of fat. It does not fly that well sometimes. But it is what it is, I suppose. Let's see, what was that new marker we got? Germany aircraft. Oh no, that's the one that we got from the event. So here's where it is. Holiday. Kotwika decal. I don't know. Oh, that's the, like, Polish independence or something, I think. It's that. That's what they gave that for. Dagnabbit. I want to be done with this plane, bro. I want to be done with it. I want to go fly something else. Oh, wait, hold on. That's a quad prop? That's going to be fun. I think that's the first P-51. No, it's not. It's not the first P-51 with a quad prop. Actually, no, because it wouldn't have been, because this one's got one, and this is a 10 model. That one's a 30. Yeah, so I was just dumb. Got that one spaded. Got that one spaded. I got all the good planes spaded already. This is very sad. Guess I could put the Bumblebee into the lineup. Look at that thing. It's so bright. You can't miss it. You'll see this plane coming from a mile away. I think we're gonna change up how we do the plane markings. We're gonna see how this looks. Lau, welcome in. How are you, my friend? How are you doing today? You know what? Why not? We'll fly this one for a bit, just because I want something other than that bucket, or that bathtub I've been flying around in. The P-47 is it's a good gunboat, but man, does it hurt to try to actually maneuver in. I'm doing well enough. I just wanted to hop on for a bit today. And see how everyone was up, how everyone was doing and whatnot. And happy Veterans Day to you as well, my friend. Okay, yeah, this one's got a 37 in the nose. That is good stuff. I like to see that. Target camouflage. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Sabaton, so you'll hear a lot of their music on here. Conservative Verk. I think I'll just call you Verk. That's a long one to have to say each time, my friend. But welcome in. Good to see you again. Okay, it's nice being in a plane that can actually roll again. That P-47 just did not want to at all. Is that supposed to be jerk on the end? If so, I could call you jerk, but I will admit I don't like to, as it's a bit insulting to refer to someone that way typically. But if that's what you would prefer. It's just too long of a name to say each time, so. It's a common end result. I mean, yeah, we never, like, I used to have the same problem. My old name on here was really long, and it trips people up. So everyone will just always end up shortening a name. So you gotta think of, like, what are the shorthands of your name? Because now, most people just call me Captain or Joseph. Whenever I was Captain Joseph of Tarshish, though, it added a whole extra, like, bit. And it tripped people up, so I stopped having the Tarshish on the end of it. It's much easier now. And this thing climbs super well. I mean, them just calling you a jerk is nice, honestly. They tend to be way more vicious than that. So, you know, at least they're showing a little restraint. That is a bit of a furball forming there, and I'm flying straight into it. Which is probably going to result in me getting killed, but maybe not. I'm so bright, maybe they won't be able to look at me for long enough to shoot me down. Oh, he bled so much energy trying to go into that maneuver, he just got tore up by friendlies. Oh, I didn't get a chance to shoot at him once he was low energy. That's unfortunate. I wish there was just a clinic. I have cannabis stores so frequently around me that if I throw a rock in any direction, I will be smashing in the window of one. Like, they legalized it here in Oklahoma as medicinal, and there are now more of them than there are gas stations, to which I was like, well, I feel like you probably don't need that many if it was medicinal, but they are everywhere here in my neck of the woods, and I detest it. Got him. I do love having a cannon in the nose. That is always a good thing to have. Now we're leaking water on top of oil, and our engine's out. Oh crap. Alright, well. You see vape stores and you detest them? There's a good number of them too. A lot of the time they're combined here, it seems. Yeah, it's funny. It's another one of those situations where I didn't used to have that much of an opinion on weed and whatnot. Like, I didn't care that much because it wasn't a big deal. And now that it's constant around here, and I deal with potheads constantly, it has completely annihilated any, like, tolerance towards it that I once held. Which is funny because that's 9 times out of 10 exactly what happens with liberal policies. When it's at a distance, it's easy to be like, whatever. And then the moment it gets closer, you're like, oh, it's absolutely disgusting, and everyone that's participating in it sucks. Dang. It is consistent. It happens without fail. Which is why states like Vermont and whatnot consistently vote blue, because they're, you know, tucked away up in the northeastern corner of the country and never actually have to face the consequences of their voting. Guarantee you, if you made Vermont folk live down here towards the border, their political stance would change instantly. You want to see them, like, they would turn into the people that they call racist right now. If you made Vermont folk come live down here and deal with the consequences of their political choices, they would become so aggressively, like, they would be so much worse than anything they accuse us of. It's hilarious. Yeah, you're not wrong there. And of course, that is why Are we back? Is the connection back? Goodness. That's hilarious. The moment I start talking politics, suddenly my connection just so happens to collapse. We back? We back. That's good. Commies. I know, right? Those darn dirty communists. I start calling out their terrible political ideology, and suddenly they have to call Cox and tell them to cut my internet connection. What a load of malarkey. But yeah, no, like I was saying, 100% agree with you there, my friend. It is... The far left politics of today are exclusively a thing that comes from insular communities. Like, insular middle-class communities, where they are completely shielded from the consequences of everything that they vote for, while the rest of us have to suffer. But at the same time, they do it from their high standing, like their high-fluting boxes, where they're pretending that they're morally upright. And it's like, no, dude. Get out of here. J-Man, welcome in. How you doing today, my friend? Hopefully this flight will go a little bit better and we won't get shot down after killing one hostile. How am I doing? Other than this somewhat unstable internet connection, I'm doing well. How are you, my friend? Or no, I had already asked that, didn't I? Yeah, because you said you're doing good. I have a habit of repeating myself. I'm old. My apologies. I'm at that point in life where I already have a little thing for keeping track of my pills. I already had to buy one of them. That's how you know you're old. That way I can make sure that I know if I've taken them for the day or not. Otherwise I forget. The PE2 that dived down is already dead. Who would have thunk? In reality, I'm not that old, actually. I'll be 28 next month. I just have a really bad memory. It's something that I've dealt with for a while now, where I don't hardly remember nothing most of the time. Seriously? He flew through mine with no issues, but I dodged and still got hit. Bit silly. That being said, it looks like my friendlies absolutely jumped him for it, so that's good at least. Okay, nope, that guy's running, so we're going to take this opportunity and we're going to RTB because we've got an oil leak and a water leak, which is going to kill us if we don't get those fixed. Yeah, I often shock people. Most people think I'm older than I am. That has been a consistent thing since I've been young. So, like, I will be 28 soon, but, like, most often people think I'm older. I don't know if that's a positive or a negative. I'm not entirely sure what you mean by amoebas. I don't know how someone can sound like that, and I don't know if that's an insult or not. I don't know what's going on there, but... I see, Blake. Very young. I kind of figured. I don't think I've ever heard of someone being called an amoeba for, as shorthand for calling someone young. It's a little unusual. I had not heard that one before. Wait, hold on. Is my engine behind me? Oh my goodness, that is interesting. I am glad that I flew back. The engine is blacked out, which means it's going to shut down any second now. I see the XP50 also has a similar issue. He's leaking his oil as well. You can tell by that black trail behind him. I'm fairly certain the only reason that the engine is still going is because I throttled it down, which has allowed it to stay alive this long. We're landing a little early, but my biggest concern at this point was just getting the plane safely onto the ground. Why is there a camera inside the macaroon with a feather in its hat? That is one of our mascots. That is Jube. So it's best not to ask about him. There's a lot going on with that particular one. You need Valmont here. She is the keeper of the Jube lore. The feather in the hat, though, is a reference to my first model. My original model had a feather in the cap similar to that. Yes, Roki. He is an important member of our stream here. And if you want an explanation on him, your best bet's going to be to ask Valmont, as she is the one that spawned the meme that resulted in him being created. Oh. Y'all, I don't like our odds very much. It's me versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 aircraft. One is a bomber, but the other 4 are most likely going to be fighters. So this is going to be a lot. And ask them to make an orderly line and see if they'll listen. Please form an orderly line. There are 5 of you, 6 of you, something like that. 1 of me. I will attempt to assist you all. Putting under it's welcome in. There's the PE2 and the VL. Now the question is, okay, hold on. So that one's Gleb. So that's these 2 most likely. Oh no, wait. Pan is the other one, which is this guy. So this one's a fighter, most likely. He's got 2 air kills, 1 air kill, 1 air kill, 1 air kill. That's an AI. I mean, yeah, I think there's only 2 groups that are known for being good at forming lines, and that's the British and the Japanese, both being inordinately tolerant of long lines and tolerating them for longer periods than most. Americans are certainly not known for that. That's not one of our things. Key 44, not thrilled to see that. But glad I saw it before it saw me, I guess. Or I guess it saw me, but glad I saw it and didn't get ambushed by it. We got a water leak, which is not good. Hit the whip, hit the whip, hit the whip! Combat flaps! Yeah, I think it's just our inherent individuality thing. Like, we're very much all extremely, like, there's the positive way to word it, which is independent, and then there's the negative way to word it, which is that we're selfish. Just depends on your interpretation, I suppose. Gun jammed. Oh no, the cannon is jammed. Not thrilled to see our cannon jammed, but... we're out of ammo. Also, his tail gunner is ripping us to bits. My poor plane. We're gonna have to try to go to the forward airfield. We don't have enough power to make it to the main field, which is not great because the secondary field doesn't have any AA. So if any of them come after us, we're gonna be up creek. But you can see up in the left-hand corner, we're losing, like, we're not really gaining speed, and our water is empty, which means we're now on a finite time limit until our engine overcooks. Well, doesn't matter. They won on score. Darn it. The cannon jamming definitely did us over there a bit. If we could have downed that B-25, we might have been able to stop it from bleeding our points so quickly, but it is what it is. But at least we got a few upgrades, specifically the radiator and compressor, which is good. Should help the plane to perform a bit more consistent. Oh yeah, yeah, between the two of them, that's 8 miles an hour faster, which is... Wait, IL-76. Now I'm curious. What is this paint job? Wow. Is every paint job for this plane just aggressively bright? The United States Army Air Force variant, which is just shiny instead of bright. Okay. So this plane is always going to be obnoxiously visible. It's either going to be bright yellow, bright red, or shiny. Yeah, don't fly this plane if you're trying to do a stealth mission, I guess. It will not work out. You will get spotted. Or rainbow. Thankfully, there's not a rainbow paint job for this plane. That would be a tad bit too gay for my liking. Oh, this is not one of the ones that gets the 50 cal A-pit belts. Tad bit gay. Yep. It'd be a tad bit gay. I'm not going to paint my plane with a rainbow. You can't make me do it. Our B-25 already crashed. Nice. Must be in China. We got the crazy rock pillars going on. I don't like that engine on our right side. That sounds inordinately close. Okay, he's pulling off. China. Just put a little rainbow sticker towards the tail of the plane. I will crash the plane if you do it. Don't test me, Roki. Don't do it. Whenever I was playing, what was it? Cyberpunk. In Cyberpunk, there's a car that you can earn through a mission, and it's got a tranny flag on the back of it. And the moment I got that thing, I drove it into the ravine and destroyed it. Never used it again. That was the only appropriate use for it. Launching it at high speeds into a very deep ravine to destroy it. I was like, yep, that'll do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. I also just found the concept funny. In Cyberpunk 2077, where there are people that have literally, like, transformed their bodies into 90% machinery, and then there's still, like, oh, but there's pride flags for being a transsexual, and I'm like, I feel like that would be completely irrelevant. I feel like that's the least interesting thing that could be happening in that world. You've got people running around with, like, robotic arms, dudes that are basically a brain in a jar inside of a mech. And they're like, oh yeah, but this person's a tranny. That's interesting. And I'm like, no, it's not. It's cringe. What is this? More British accents, please? Oh no. I don't think my British accent is all that great. Yeah, it is boring, and if that's your opening line to me is what your sexuality or something like that is, my immediate first assumption of you is, there isn't a single interesting thing about you. So what you're saying is you lack any kind of a personality and are hiding behind a flag. Noted. You're cringe, and you should feel bad. Stop being so cringe, please. It's all I ask. Develop even the slightest bit of personality, and I may hear you out. I mean, you're probably not too far off if your initial thought on how to interact with someone is to tell them something like that. Then I can only assume that you're at the very least probably some kind of social issue. Because, like, I don't know, my man, if the only thing you can do whenever you walk up to me is tell me, hey, I'm gay. I'm like, okay, so you never learned anything about social interactions. Are you high-functioning autistic or what? Like, there's got to be something wrong with your brain. Because otherwise, that's not how you start a conversation, literally ever. I have never once in my entire life walked up to someone and been like, hello, I am Sir, him, man. You had better acknowledge that I am a man, and my entire personality is man. Excuse me. I'm sorry, if I ever start a conversation in that way, just shoot me on the spot. Please. I beg of you. Put me down. I have lost my mind, and there is nothing that is making it worth it. Like, I'm sorry, that is a shallow and pathetic existence if that is how you have to start off every interaction. I can't make it any nicer than that. Like, that is painful. That is a painful level of socially inept. And as I said, I can only assume if you're that socially inept, there's gotta be something. I don't know what's wrong with your brain, but there's probably something. Starberry, welcome in. How you doing, my friend? Do you want to also suffer with me? Hey, Starberry, suffering? Suffering? You want to suffer? You want to play War Thunder? You want to suffer with me? Look at all the suffering. You could even suffer in bright yellow. Do you want to suffer brightly? Because we can do that. We can be literally a bright yellow fighter plane that's flying its target skin. Wow, only wanting you to suffer? No. I'm offering. You don't have to suffer. I'm just offering to let you suffer with me because I'm suffering. And we could suffer together. But you don't have to. It's not a requirement, my friend. I will never force anyone to play this game. Offering, suffering, tempting. I mean, you already play War Thunder. You already accepted that deal once. So, like, you were already offered suffering and accepted it. I don't know what to tell you there, my friend. I'm just going off of a pre-existing trend that I know exists. She's done it once, she'll do it again. It's like whenever you donate to a political cause, and now every political group on Earth is calling you and being like, yes, hello, I am from Zimbabwe, and I'm trying to be elected in a small town with a name you can't pronounce and have never heard. Will you support me? It's like, what? Who are you? Oh, well, you gave to this one guy in Kentucky one time. You gave him $5 to pay for gas. He was actually a politician, which means you made a political contribution, and now all of the world, like, you lit the torch. All of China knows you're here. It's that way. You've signed the deal. You played War Thunder one time. We already know that you will buy in for willingly to suffer. That's how it works here, friend. Good God, look at the magazine on that thing. It goes all the way to the tip of the plane. Great Trump impression. I'm glad you appreciate it. It's just long, man. There's not even that much ammo in there. So what I'm saying is you should never donate to political parties and never play this game. Yeah. I love this game. I've played this game for over a decade now. I wouldn't recommend it to literally anyone ever. Don't do it. I am in an abusive relationship with this game, and I am the abusee. But I'm at like Stockholm already, so I know it's an abusive relationship, and I choose to stay here. It's what I know. That's how it is. That's this game. I would never recommend this to anyone. If you will play it, or do play it, I will happily play it with you. I will never recommend it to anyone. It's not worth it. It's an abusive addiction. I'm pretty sure it would be more beneficial to be addicted to crack sometimes. It's probably cheaper. If you play enough of this game, it probably will be cheaper to be addicted to almost any drug. Because this game, the only way to do anything effectively is to spend money. That's why I have premium time. I've got 61 days of premium account left. If I didn't have that, we wouldn't be at this level. Like, we'd be, like, here instead of here. This game is painful. Oh, that's why I survived. There's so many, like, there's a plate of steel there, a plate of steel there, the engine's there, so that's why my pilot didn't get smoked. Definitely can't play this. Like I said, I don't recommend it. If you want to play a game that's like a historical vehicle combat game, then, you know, like, this is probably the game. But it's still one of those things where it's like, I don't recommend it. I still wouldn't suggest it. You're helping someone pay for something very important to them? Fair enough. Baldur's Gate 3 is liberal tosh. Are we in accordance? I've never played it, but is that the one that had the bear scene? Because if it's the one with the bear thing in it, then yes, we are in agreement. It's degeneracy, and that's all. Defending Stalingrad? Oh no. See, that I'm already, like, that's not the biggest strike against you. It's definitely a red flag for me. But if Baldur's Gate 3 is the one I'm thinking of, which is the one that had the bear scene in it, then yes, it is pure degeneracy of the highest order, and that's all it's got. It is? Okay, then it is purely liberal degeneracy of the highest degree. Oh. That P-51 tried to turn before he was clear, I guess. At least he did it on the airstrip, so they'll be able to repair him and launch him still, but... Moral choices boil down to complete guff. I mean, I've never played it, and since Blake said that is the one I'm thinking of, I never will play it. You couldn't make me play it. It won't happen. There are some games I'll say that about jokingly, but there are games that I genuinely mean that, and that's up there on that list of, I'll never play it. It's not gonna happen. Unless they, like, release a Crusaders patch where I can go through the game playing as a exceptionally righteous man who's literally just there to destroy any trace of heresy I encounter. Then I'll play it. But I think I'd probably have to kill like 90% of the NPCs, so I don't see how they'd make it work. Hard to tell a game when all of your characters are gay and the player is out there just smoking them. It's like, well, I don't know how you're gonna tell the story now, but good luck. I will not apologize. It won't happen. I mean, are you surprised? Anytime liberals write morals, it's always going to end up being something immoral. Like, that's just an inherent side effect. They are not moral people. They think that they are. They are not. Their morals are just inherently wrong. I've never once encountered any kind of liberal storytelling, game, movie, show, story, any of it. There's never been one I've encountered that actually had a positive moral lesson. If it tries to address morals, it will only ever end up making itself look bad. Simple as. We already got multiple guys going for him, so we're not going to worry about that. A PE-8? Oh, there's a Focke-Wulf 190 already up there. Not liking this fur ball I'm seeing forming in front of me. Wait, did the Focke-Wulf not go for the PE-8? Is he an idiot? Well, then again, I don't think... Well, no, we do have air bases. Is he an idiot? Uh-oh. Well, I'm glad he wasted a ton of his ammo in that, but also glad I heard him coming. What the? Oh my god, I lined him up and then the server lagged out. Are you kidding me? What a lucky punk. Saved by the servers. Gaijin themselves intervened to save that man's life. He must have paid a lot of money lately. He's feeding the snail well, I guess. Who are you? Oh god, it's a Japanese fighter. Our only hope with a Japanese fighter on our tail is to speed out of there and open up some ground between us. Because we are not going to beat him in a turn fight. Ah, crap. And of course a J-26 jumps us afterwards. Thankfully his pilot's not that great. His aim is pretty bad, but... And it's looking like most of our friendlies are probably already dead, because I'm not seeing, like, any support incoming. My man, I'm like 3 feet in front of you. How are you missing this much? had to hit him with something. Took so long to shoot me down, I was starting to think he wanted, like, written permission or something. That was kind of sad. That man chased a crippled plane for like 2 minutes and couldn't shoot me down. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. One more cup of dirty bean water. Drinking coffee afternoon. My goodness, my friend. That's not what I clicked on, game. I'm also just giving you guff. So what are your plans for the day, Star? You up to anything interesting? A firefly and a mosquito? What part of America are we supposed to be in? This is Kursk. So quite literally the opposite of America. You're slightly off target. Just a little bit. Don't put me down here. I wouldn't want to blame you. I would not want to land here either. Nah, there's enough people on him already. Multiple Jap fighters moving in there as well. Oh boy, this is gonna be real rough. Especially since they just splashed our one friendly that was already here. Especially doesn't help if my pilot passes out. He is lucky all that was one of the 50s that pinged him. If that had been that 37, that would have tore his wing right off. Our friendly's taking the Mosquito, so I'm going to focus the Key. Oh, really? Just another one of the 50s hit him. Nice. Friendly lit him up. That P-47 opened up that distance quite a bit, so he's not coming back. I'm glad I wasn't still down there strafing those. That would have been unpleasant. Why not? We'll try to splash that IL-2 and then go back to a base, try to get some more ammunition, because we are running low. Speaking of 50s, you need to shoot yours soon? I mean, I don't blame you on that, my friend. I wish I had a 50 to go shoot. But I do not currently possess a 50 caliber. Oh, we sent it over the top. That would have been a good clutch there, but oh, we're completely dry on everything now. Well, time to leave. Especially because in that last little burst from his tail gunner, he smacked our one of our oil cooling systems. Yeah, Conserve, I've heard you all have some exceptionally stiff laws over there about that kind of thing. I couldn't do it. I'm glad that that LA is there to try to deal with that P-47, because I can't really do much in maneuvering right now. You can see my plane's kind of lazy with the maneuvering. You don't even get to calculate your own taxes. I mean, we get the fun game of having to calculate our taxes and the government knowing what we're supposed to pay them, but them not telling us, and then them throwing us into prison if we give them the wrong amount. So that's our trade-off on that one. It's great. It's like the worst game of 50 questions. Okay, we're gonna have to use the forward airfield. I really don't want to, but... especially with that P-47 loitering around, but we don't have enough time. We won't make it back to the primary airfield. Not with our plane the way it is. It's too shot up. And the engine's gonna go any minute now. I see him coming in. Yeah, he's gonna attack us on the airfield. We gotta try to take back off. No, we can't. We don't have enough energy left. And the engine's too damaged. You absolute subhuman dog. You actual piece of crap. Like, I'll be honest, there are very few things that I consider to be genuinely like, oh, you're a bad person moves in this game. That's one of them. Not only does it tell me that you're an absolutely dog water pilot that can't reliably shoot down fighters that are airborne, you have to shoot them on the ground, but it also just proves to me that you're someone that's like, okay, well, you got no pride, you got no honor. You can only thrive in an environment of the lowest denominators, which is like, well, I see why you're here playing this, but still, it's sad, it's pathetic, you need to get a life. Quit being that guy. Don't be that guy. That was the one that had jumped us earlier and completely whiffed and then ran, too. Like, that was the same dude that absolutely just dumped half of his ammo, missed every single shot at me and that other friendly, and then flew away, leaving his friendly to get shot down by themselves. It's sad. It's very sad. There's a lot of people like that, though, in this game. It's one of the negatives. Yeah, I mean, I can get all's fair in love and war in actual war. This is a video game. Like, if you're in a video game and you have to play like you're trying to get thrown in front of a Geneva Convention, like, I don't know what to tell you, bro. It's not even one of those things where it's like you're doing something funny. I love that approach. I love when you're doing something really stupid for the sake of it being funny. But when it's something where it's like you have to shoot a plane that's on the ground because it couldn't take off, it's like, oh, okay, so you're one of those people that, like, you know, I can't even think of a good comparison I can make on Twitch without getting in trouble. But they are bad people and they deserve ridicule. And the devs definitely messed up when they removed the forward airfield's defensive AA. Competition isn't competition if you destroy it. Well, competition also isn't competition if the only time you can actually defeat someone is when they're helpless and stuck in a barrel. It's like, oh, okay, so you're one of those guys that would have been like in favor of the hunting trips where they go out and someone ties up an animal for them so that way they can shoot it. It's like, oh, you're one of those people. You suck. You suck and you don't deserve, like, basically any kind of decent treatment. Like, I will ignore you. If you fall down in front of me, I will step over you. It's as simple as that. You're a bad person and I'm not going to put up with you. It's a video game, my guy. Like, bruh. It's also just not fun. Like, it's a video game, we're here to have fun. When you're doing that, you couldn't have had fun. You shot a vehicle that wasn't moving. I didn't have fun, because I couldn't do anything except for sit there and get shot. So it's like, what was the point, you know? Outside of farming score, because it's the only way you can get your kills. They are deserving of ridicule. But I shall stop ridiculing now before I get in trouble with Twitch. Before I get slapped for being a bully or something. I'm a toxic streamer. Yeah, you know me, I'm a very toxic person, Star. The most toxic person you'll ever have the misfortune of gaming against. I'll say that you're a jerk. Remind you of an actually toxic person who is unfortunately allowed to continue on here. Are you talking on Twitch? Because if so, that could describe like a dozen different people. There are a lot of really big streamers that are aggressively toxic, but are permitted to stay here because they earn money. Twitch is very inconsistent on its enforcement of rules. If you make them money, they are significantly more likely to overlook basically any violation of their rules outside of a couple. Is that Doe335 AFK or something? Nope, he's maneuvering. I don't know what his game plan is, but... Bro, do you think I'm gonna do a head-on with a 335? That ain't gonna happen. Have fun, bud. He got shot to bits for that attempt. He got jumped by so many fighters just now. Yeah, there's some pretty gnarly individuals on Twitch, I won't lie. Oh, just hit with a 50, come on. Ooh, I don't like how many enemy fighters there are up above us. That's not great. Low altitude, low speed, low energy, and multiple aircraft above us. That is the last thing that I want. Those BF-109s are starting to drop down on us. Thankfully, I pulled off far enough to where it looks like I might have avoided most of their attention, but Oh, that one's falling out of the air. He lost his wing. Did they all get shot down already? That was insane. I've never seen 3 109s get torn to shreds that quick. That's a really good plane to get slapped that hard that quick. .264, is that the bomber? I think so. Oh god! Oh, we haven't got any energy. Where'd you come from, bud? Oh, we already have killed the 264. It's just a matter of time. So now we need to drag that A21 down if he's willing to follow us. Crap, it's that A21. That's a pain in the butt to deal with. And basically means at this point, I either need him to make a fatal mistake or I need a friendly to come and assist me. Get out of this situation. I have so little flight control left at this point. There's another one jumping in too. So quite literally the opposite of what we needed, where we were hoping that a friendly would join us. No, a secondary hostile aircraft has now joined the engagement. Yeah, I'm not even gonna be able to get out of this. I hate fighting that plane. That thing is such, like, once it's on your tail, it is so hard to get him off of your tail. Especially when you're that low energy already, like we were. Things weren't great. Things weren't great. We'll take it, though. We got a kill and an assist, so that's alright. Could be worse. Yeah, I don't know who it was that coined using friendly as the designator for friendly aircraft. It is a nice term, though. I do like it. It's a good way to designate. Simple, straightforward, it makes sense. That being said, I think that is where we're going to wrap for today. My voice is kind of killing me. I don't know what's up. But let me see who all is streaming right now that we could go raid. Ah, I know who will raid. Alright, everybody, thank you for coming and hanging out. We're gonna wrap it here for now. You all have a wonderful rest of your day. God bless y'all. Stick around for that raid. Something. But outside of that, there really wasn't any Christianity in my life. So I ended up actually rejecting Christ a lot in my younger days, especially after my